At the 12-week dating scan, we found out that I was pregnant with twins, identical twins. It was a shock because identical twins don't run in families. Obviously, we were expecting them to tell us we were pregnant with one baby, and we found out it was two, and then we found out there were lots of complications as well. It was a monoamniotic twin, which meant she was in one sac with her twin sister with no dividing membrane. So she suffered 3 separate brain injuries inside me. I ended up having an emergency caesarean section because routine monitoring showed that the twins were in severe distress. 5 days later, I left the postnatal ward with 2 balloons instead of 2 babies. Which was a really real impact that had. I came home with, without anything other than 2 balloons. We had a 15-and-a-half-month-old little girl ready, and then we had these twins that are in intensive care. Sorry. We look back on the photos, we didn't realise how poorly she looked actually until you start going back and reminiscing, and she just looked awful. She would just turn as blue as your pair of jeans while you were holding her, and you'd suddenly realise she stopped and everybody would come running, and I would sit next to her breastfeeding Eloise whilst my daughter's on her 7th resuscitation, and then have to phone my husband at lunchtime to tell him what's happened. So. Yeah, we're here, so we got out the other side, but it was hard. So. Chloe was probably about 3 months old and at her absolute worst. We've been told she was incompatible with life because she was being resuscitated up to 15 times a day just to get through the day. And one of the ladies from Julia's house came to speak to me, and I thought it would all be about Chloe's end of life.
Julia's House is a children's hospice. We're here to provide care for children who have life-limited and life-threatening conditions. We provide that regular breaks for the families to just allow them to get on with their lives and cope. It may be that we're looking after the children in the hospice, but it may be that we're looking after them at home as well. A couple of hours every week just to give the family a little bit of a break, or the kids come in here for a day or for a whole weekend.
We try and make the sessions as fun as we possibly can. So we have a Playmaker, and we have people that will organise activities very specific to the children that are coming in, but allowing the children to access as much of the hospice as they can. And it is about making memories and having a good time, and we hope that's what we offer, and I think we do.
We want the children to be bursting through the doors with a smile on their face. We want them to be excited about coming here. We want to create some happy memories for them and for their families, and we want them to be able to play where they're not limited, where they're not the odd ones out, where they can use the equipment that we've got that allows them to play like other children do.
It's just been such a lifeline, because with a baby like Chloe, you're isolated from the outside world, so just to have some friendly faces come in on a regular basis is just something I look forward to. I know I can rely on them, and that Chloe's going to be safe with them, and that maybe I could take Chloe's sisters out whilst Julia's house are at home with my daughter.